Welcome into the crypto bunker. We're going to take a look at the charts today. Everyone's sort of in a little bit of a panic mode, so I figured I would jump on to give you guys an update on what I'm looking at. And right now we're basically just testing this support. It looks pretty good in terms of just testing it. And we pretty much tested it perfectly, which is pretty cool to see. As you can see, we've held this support since July. So it's a long-standing support. We came up and we had this same type of correction that we're sort of having here. And then, we're just holding it. And until we close a daily candle below this level, I'm personally not going to be selling or looking to get out of anything. I don't like that we close below this support. This is about a 3-week support here that we've created on the daily close, and we weren't able to hold that. So now we're sort of stuck in this range. We almost actually even tested back above and then broke down. So we're sort of dangerously close to a bad range here for Ethereum. And I'll be honest with you, and we're in this wedge, right? We've been in this ascending wedge, and sometimes ascending wedges can be bearish as well. Like, I mean, it's not like this is a bear flag, right? Like, bear flags are more flat, I would say. Like, if you just took this little section here, would probably be considered a bear flag looking back at it, irregarding this little blow off here. But usually when you have something going up and parallel on the top and the bottom part of the chart, you do have usually a breakdown. And then usually in the opposite fashion, we can get these like descending sort of like flags. This is more of like a wedge, but these usually break up and these usually break down, just like this broke down, right? But if we use the entire wedge and we say, if we break this, the measured move, it's not looking good. I don't think we would get down to these levels. I really don't. But I do think in a bear scenario, I guess, like, let's take it from, say, here to the bottom of that. We could definitely be looking at like testing the 3000 area. The last thing we would want to do is lose these lows here of 2700, 2600. We definitely would want to hold, the 3000 range, the 2800 to 3000 range if we did break down. That's for sure. And obviously, if we didn't hold that, we would be looking then at these lows of 1600. I personally just don't think that we're going to come back there. I think we could have a similar something similar play out to, say, this. Like, let's say actually that we take this trend line and we move it down to here. Because I don't think that we're in an environment anymore that constitutes these moves, these like these major bear markets. But I could see us like even testing the 2000 range at the worst. So there's the 3 sort of options for you. 3000. I still like this like 2400 range as well. I think that this is sort of going to be acting as strong support. I'm just going to click out of all these, and then we can look at a few other support lines that I look at as well. I mean, I've showed you guys this other support line in the past. This is sort of like where the bull market started January 1st. And then we take that low. Okay, so this is kind of where I see us bottoming out in a bear market scenario, to be honest. You know, around maybe 20, maybe we come into the end of December 2,500. So like if we went straight down pretty much, and then we bounce around, maybe we make it back up and we make that support, you know, it would need a lot of cleaning up at that point, but this is a line we very much wouldn't want to lose. Like this is the last line of support in my opinion, because this is basically when the bull market started, and this entire structure is supported by, you know, I would say that low and then the start of that to come down to this area. And so that's why I was comfortable, you know, taking those risks and those leverage, those low leverage longs. But to be honest, if we close below this line, I'm probably just going to exit out of that position. I may even exit out now just because I don't like that we're below this. And it's not that big of a loss. It's probably like $100 cheaper than what I was buying at. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of a weak bounce, to be honest. If we're just looking at, you know, today, let's look at it on the 4-hourly. You know, I don't love that. You know, just looking at it in terms of this, it's sort of a flat. It is a little bit up, but it's sort of a flat to even down support range at this point. And the more we test it, the weaker it gets. So the more we tested this 4,000 range, it sort of has become weak now. And then, you know, I'm probably going to move some stuff around because just short term, like I would rather, you know, sit out and just see what happens. Because the real line of resistance is here, right? 5,000. Like if we break 5,000, we're going to the moon. We're going to 15K, you know, or something like that. But if we break down, there's a little bit more risk. And I just don't want to be a part of that. So I probably will de-risk around these levels and just see what happens. You know, I might even de-risk some Matic. This is just you know, I'm obviously long-term bullish on all of these. This is just the trading perspective. I think Ethereum, you know, if it did go through a bear market, would be like, again, it would be a short-lived, maybe like month-long thing. Usually January is like the best possible month for Ethereum. But usually December is the best month for Bitcoin. So who knows, you know, like we don't really know. But right now, like this is the strongest support level for Matic, you know, at the low end. It's going to be the same thing, sort of like where the bull started, the bottom. So if we went straight down, you know, we're looking at like 119. This has been some good ranges as well up in these. So I think, you know, 160, we don't want to lose this low right here of 145. If we do, we probably would test around $1. And again, that's sort of the low range of what I could see Matic doing is like $1. Just my personal opinion. That would be about like a 60, maybe 70% drop from this top and this top. So we weren't able to break this top here. A lot of people leverage along the top. We got you know, people got liquidated out. That's kind of what's been happening lately. So, and then a few updates with Bitcoin. Let's do that because Bitcoin's still important in the grand scheme of things. You know, and MM Crypto, he did post something that I thought was interesting. You know, a lot of people are posting bearish stuff right now. I'm not one to be like a bear. I would more rather be positioned for the bull, especially if you're new to this market. You know, I apologize for just being like trading focused. I really want you guys, if you're new to this market, you might only have like a couple Ethereum, or, you know, maybe you have like 0.4, 0.3 Bitcoin or something like that. You should just be focused on accumulating. And in reality, you should want the bear because you're not going to make enough money off of that to have life-changing wealth at this point, right? So you're praying for a bear. And that's why I think probably not enough people are praying for a bear right now, because you just don't have enough. And sort of myself included. I know what I hold in terms of the asset, so the price doesn't matter for me in the long term, right? So if you know what you hold, you shouldn't be worried about corrections, and then you should be, welcoming them, because you know that Web3 is going to change the world. Being able to own your own digital asset, being able to have your own rights digitally. We're all like digitally native, right? So, but this is the formation that Bitcoin has played out. So it's done the 3 peaks, correction, here, domed house, bam, back down. We're like here now. It's between 26 and 27. So keep that in mind. People will go back and forth with this bull and bear thing. The low, what in my opinion, that we can go here to defend the bull is 37.5, 38, something like that. That's strong support. We obviously lost that support for Bitcoin, which is bad, and we didn't lose it yet for Ethereum. So I've been saying like ETH has a lot more strength, but we even came back and tested that, and now we're going down here. We're going to 30. Like it's not good that we tested up there. And if you look at that domed house, like I think we might actually have already seen 27. It just was a short-lived, like we might have that, this like little rally here might have actually already been here. So keep it in mind, we could go low there. We wouldn't want to lose this low of 39, but again, it's going to be tough. I think like let's maybe try to formate that line there as like a very much the last line. So people are 25, like if we went super low, and I'm not here for this like type of bear posting. I'm telling you guys I'm a bull. I just want people to be careful. None of this is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. But yeah, like, subscribe, share the video, and have a great day.